What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 111 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everyone.
Now, those of you who are familiar with the podcast know that what we like to do is talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe. However, this week I'm going to be up north with Rick, so not the most ideal circumstance to record. And yes, that does sound ridiculous, but trust me, it is what it is. So instead, we're pre-recording this the week before, and you know what that means, Rick?
Yes, it's time for the good old time-honoured tradition of the nonsense, asinine hypotheticals. And I think you said you had one for me this week.
I do. We're watching a cartoon that is from the 90s. Some might say you can't do this type of cartoon now. I don't think it was ever so offensive that you can't, but hey ho diddly do. My question to you is thus. You get to pick any cartoon, specifically from the 90s, to make and reboot in the year 2023. What do you pick and how do you do it?
What I would like to see is a multimedia project of more Earthworm Jim.
Okay.
Yeah, Earthworm Jim was like a multimedia attack. They had the game, they had the cartoon, I think they tried to do other things as well, but I don't remember any of it. So if they were going to revive Earthworm Jim as a game, they would have to do so as a cartoon, and I would really like to see more of the cartoon, because it was stupid, but it was fun. And it tickled my my child sensibilities of it made me into the lol random teenager that I ended up being.
Oh, you were one of them fucks.
Only to a small degree, but yeah, I kept it under wraps for the most part. Like I could turn it off in class.
Earthworm Jim's one of those things where I didn't get a console till the PlayStation 1, and even then it was well into the PlayStation 1's life cycle. So I never actually played the Earthworm Jim game. My only exposure to Earthworm Jim was the cartoon.
Sure, but yeah, it would be more Earthworm Jim cartoon, because we only got 2 seasons of it. There's going to be more things that you can do with Earthworm Jim. The Rogues Gallery are fun and varied, so yeah. But yeah, so my one for you is you get to plan a dream vacation. Where do you go and what do you do on it?
I mean, we're kind of been in the process of doing this since pre-COVID, because you, me, and 2 other of our friends are always like, hey, let's just do our dream trip to Japan. Let's book off 2, maybe 3 weeks from work each and just go to Japan and tour Japan. Like, you only have to do it once. I've been to Japan, and I didn't actually do a lot in Japan. I did very little, and I still had a fucking blast.
Yeah.
And I was confined entirely to about a quarter of Tokyo.
Yes. I mean, you did Akihabara, which is the big one.
That was the big one I championed. I was really pushing for that because I really wanted to go to Akihabara because it's in all the video games. It's the place where all the nerds go.
Yes.
And I had a blast, and admittedly, most of that was just in arcades. We went to a maid cafe, which I had to bully my friend into going to. I say bully, but he was really not feeling it, and I said, look, we're in Japan. When are we going to come to Japan again? Probably never. Let's do a maid cafe. I don't even like maid cafes. I actually think they're low-key a little bit evil because they kind of filled the hostess industry. But we're here. Let's do it. I've got a picture. It's been my profile picture ever since I went to Japan on Facebook. It's just me smiling next to a Japanese maid girl. Because hey, if you buy a meal, they're like, do you want a picture? And it's like, okay. And they put you on a stage and they take your phone and take a picture of you, and it's like, cool, I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
But yeah, if funds weren't an issue and all that, if you go to Japan, you automatically get a 90-day visa, as long as you're not a problem individual, which I'm not. So yeah, dream holiday, no restrictions. Me, you, those 2 friends I mentioned, all of us go to Japan for 90 days. We fucking experience Japan. 90-day holiday. Come back. You never have to go again. You'll always want to, but if you don't, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Experience every fucking inch of that country. Hire a fucking guide in each place you go to so you know what you're doing. Me and my buddy, when we went to Japan, we winged it. That was a bad idea because, we were in Tokyo, so we were pretty safe in that there was a fair amount of people who spoke English. However, there were some places we went where we were just like, I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know.
Yep. This is when you rely on a international data connection and Google Maps.
Yeah, we didn't have that. My buddy managed to get his phone to work. It's fuck me. We used a compass.
Oh man.
That's how fucked we were because neither of us had data in Japan. So if we weren't in a building that had free Wi-Fi, which thank fuck most buildings had free Wi-Fi, we just didn't have access to the internet. So we'd find a place with Wi-Fi. We'd go on Google Maps and go, we got to go here to get to where we want to go. And then when we left the building and inevitably lost Wi-Fi, I was like, all right, cool. Get the compass. We've got to go due north for 40 feet and then turn west. Oh, it's so fucking stupid. Oh, fuck. But hey, man, it's a memory. It's a memory. I would never do it again, but I don't regret doing it. But yeah, 90-day Japan trip. Go to all 4 islands. Go to, obviously the tourist hotspots. Maybe, if guides recommend it, off the beaten path. But hey-ho diddly do. Like, I know there might be 1 or 2 people watching or listening to this going, man, what a fucking weeb. And it's like, yeah, no, I like Japan. Fuck off. As a destination, tourist destination, it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, going to even, like, the little places like Bunny Island and Fox Village, those would be nice ones to go to.
Yeah, I know they're things you really want to do.
Yeah.
Although that said, isn't Bunny Island literally on the fucking... Isn't that during World War II, wasn't it a super secret fucking disease lab?
Yes, it's a decommissioned, I believe, nuclear power plant, but yeah, it's very definitely something that the island itself was pretty much cursed until school kids released a bunch of bunnies onto it, and now there's a way more bunnies because bunnies do what bunnies do.
Yeah. This is how Mothra got invented.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a pretty good question.
Yeah, I like that.
So with that in mind, today we're doing Johnny Bravo. I picked the episode for this because Rick, I don't think you're very familiar with Johnny Bravo, are you?
I've watched a fair bit of it when I was a lot younger and remember very little of it, apart from the crossover episode of Scooby-Doo, where he bumps into Velma, and Velma goes, my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. And Johnny goes, my glasses, I can't be seen without my glasses.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I picked the episode we're doing today. We're not doing episode 1, we're doing episode 8, because this episode, by the way, each episode is actually 3 episodes, guys, and one of these episodes was so memorable, I still remember the fucking plot, so therefore I was like, this is probably a good episode to do, because it involves Johnny Bravo trying to impress a woman by impressing her younger brother or sister, and he buys a bunch of defunct toys.
Okay.
So that's going to be the last episode of the 3 we watch. Can't remember the other 2, and hey, best of all, we're going to get to hear that killer theme tune that Johnny Bravo had, so I'm going to throw it to Rick.
Yep, so it's Johnny Bravo, episode 8, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Bravo's in this weird place where he is basically toxic masculinity personified.
But because he's such a mama's boy, it's like, it's oddly wholesome.
It's one of those where, I don't... A lot of people point to this show and go, oh, it's misogynistic, Johnny Bravo's a creep. And he's a little bit of a creep, but ultimately, when someone says no, he does just fuck off. So it's one of those where, yeah, okay, he's a bit aggressive in his in his asking out of women, but no means no. And also, there's a little girl with a crush on him, and he's like, oh, that's creepy.
Yes. He gets annoyed very easily by the little girl.
Also, he secretly loves comic books and nerd shit, but he doesn't show it because he doesn't want people to think he's a comic book nerd.
You gotta love the Johnny eyebrow.
Yeah.
Oh, people are into it.
Johnny Bravo just like, this has never worked before.
Was that Mandark?
Probably, yeah.
Probably was, yeah.
Oh, it's Richard Nixon. I think. I think. And hey, you can tell Johnny Bravo knows no means no because he uses that as his own deterrent.
Yes.
Gross.
The weenie roast.
I'll give this guy a little bit of respect in that he's going up to Johnny and starting an argument, because I wouldn't start an argument with someone of the physique of Johnny Bravo.
No. Like, usually no.
I think this is an Archie piss take.
I think so. Yeah, the little redhead guy.
Looks a bit like Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead, not Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Jughead.
Jughead. Yeah.
Why the fuck did I say
Yeah, he
Pumpkinhead?
calls him Melonhead, so yeah. Man, I've not heard the word swell in a long time.
This is from the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like he's focusing on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And he's wiry, but he's small.
Speak English, you moron!
Yep. Speaking beatnik is not something people do even in the 90s.
Yep. Oh, it was a Nixon mask.
It was actually Nixon.
People in this place are just idiots, by the way.
Oh yes, yeah. Like the normal inhabitants are just stupid.
Hey, stock footage! They used to do that all the time in old cartoons, though. It used to be great.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would have been mind blown at the time. Like, oh my god, there's cartoons in real life.
Yeah, it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but for an episode.
And a bit of shit. Johnny Bravo was a surprisingly competent fucking surfboarder. That being said, boy, was that needed an epilepsy warning. With the green screen freaking out.
Yep.
By the looks of it, she's already forgotten that the reason she hated him is the fact that he wants her to stay in the kitchen and do nothing but make sandwiches.
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo just wants to fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't paying any attention to her at all.
No. I think that this is going to end with them both getting eaten by the shark. Okay.
Yeah, the shark has definitely eaten people today.
Oh, he's eaten at least 2. They showed it.
Yeah. Huh, written by Seth MacFarlane.
It can't be the same one.
I mean, probably is. Like, before he made his own cartoons, he was in the cartoon industry.
If you type in Seth MacFarlane, Johnny Bravo, one of the first things is a YouTube video saying, "Why Seth MacFarlane quit Johnny Bravo?"
Okay. So yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah. In season 1, he was a writer, and he came back to the show as a voice actor later on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, apparently he also worked on Dexter's Lab and Cow and Chicken.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just being a Hanna-Barbera guy.
Yeah, fair enough. That's ominous.
Oh.
This is little Susie and the girl who has a crush on Johnny for some fucking reason.
Yeah, and she just hangs out at his house.
No, that's the next door neighbour.
Yeah. Oh, so he's gone to the next door neighbour's house to see if Susie is moving.
Makes sense. But the problem with that is now the traffic won't move because everyone's sleeping.
Yep.
That is not true.
Yeah, the good old quicksand trope.
Like, he's such a man-child, I think he literally does just go and steal sweets and shit.
Yeah. I know he's got that, he goes to, like, the $1.03 store. Because they sell the best jerky that he likes the best. And then a $1.02 store opens over the road. Puts him out of business, apart from the fact that Johnny keeps him in business with the jerky.
I do hate that in cartoons they do like to show people eating sweets without opening the wrappers.
Yep.
Now, bear in mind, he hasn't put on a ton of weight by eating. He's literally just got it stuffed in his clothes.
Yep.
Now he's eating it.
Yeah, he's eating it now. But you can see the lights coming on and off.
Don't think of it. Johnny Bravo's an idiot, don't forget.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And as you can see, the whole town are idiots. He already had a fucking sweet shop full of sweets, but now he's immediately going after pie.
Yep, like he's not gone for any. Oh, now he's got a turkey.
Need protein for all that muscle.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I was wondering how they were going to get the fucking... they used the exact same character model for that dude on the right as they did the chef.
Yep. Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. It's not usually how the TV works with it being paused.
Yeah.
Now, interestingly enough, like, he hasn't actually caused any damage, he's just stole a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
See? Town's full of idiots. It's the only reason Johnny Bravo gets to exist.
Yeah, because the entire town is idiots. Implying that the that the bank robber just got off scot-free as well.
Probably, yeah. Was he just fucking garble scrimmage? What the fuck's that dude's name?
Oh, Wurzel Gummidge.
There you go, that's the one I was thinking of. I'm glad I got close enough to the name for you to kind of vaguely guess what I was trying to talk about.
Garble scrimmage. Yeah, I got you.
Now, this is the episode that prompted me to pick this one because, Seth MacFarlane again. I remember it. And you know, that's quite impressive for something that's fucking 20 years old.
Oh yeah, and they're just gag shows that are meant to be just one and done.
Yep. Watching Speed. Look at this little girl with poodle hair.
Hmm. It is such a weird thing to say to someone who you're like asking a question of, and he just goes, "Where are the mushrooms?" And yeah. She's got a poodle face as well now.
Yeah. Why don't they just finish doing the block and then come back?
Yeah, it does. It does sound like the actual smart thing to do.
Yeah, so one of the toys is a piss take on a Rubik's Cube, and it will kill him if he does it wrong.
I have never completed a Rubik's Cube.
Nah, neither have I. It's never been my thing. I know there's a trick to them, but I never bother learning it because I'm like, I don't care. That's clearly meant to be like a Ken doll.
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go. He just said Barbie.
Oh yeah, mention Barbie. Yeah.
That's clearly a G.I. Joe. Terrifying. I also watched Small Soldiers as a kid.
The Kubik's bomb. Yeah, there we go.
That's obviously a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yep.
Boy, is that a terrifying fucking thing to give to a child.
It is a bit, yeah. Reminds me a bit of the Cabbage Patch Kids as well.
Little bit.
Really weird babies. And they got into a lawsuit for... They were meant to eat chips.
No,
they didn't have a shut off.
That's a different toy. There was a little baby doll that was meant to eat spaghetti. But because little girls tend to have long hair... There was one particular horrifying case of a little girl's hair getting caught in, and it kept eating it because it thought it was spaghetti, and there was no off. So the dad traumatized the baby child that's hair was getting eaten by decapitating the doll to get it to stop eating.
Yep. And then still had to cut off the bit of hair that had been eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Johnny Bravo says it's not even clever, then you know that you
fucked up.
You've not had much of a diss.
And once again, we could see the D&D action economy playing an effect in the fight.
Not bad.
I do remember the old school adverts for Cabbage Patch Kids being fucking horrifying.
Yep. And I vaguely remember one of the adverts being for bath babies.
Okay.
Yeah, you took it to the bath with you, and it just, I don't know, it did a wee or something, I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I just remember there was an episode of a program that was just like horrifying children's toys, and one of them was Cabbage Patch Kids alongside Furbies, because Furbies were the thing of every child's nightmare.
Yep.
That's like dangerously close to, well, I've paid now, and just start fucking. That sounds like Hartman.
Does sound a bit... Yeah, I was going to say that.
I believe he looks at porn. Yeah.
And move the bowl out of the way so you don't drown in the soup.
Yeah, it's cereal, but I get you.
So, checking out for Phil Hartman.
Yeah. That's cartoons, layouts, backgrounds, animation. Oh, fucking hell.
John DiMaggio was G.I. Jeremy. G.I. Jeremy was John DiMaggio, at least.
Okay, so yeah, they probably did share some VAs with Simpsons. It's okay, I'm going to go back as soon as we've finished the time. But yeah, like that sounded like Hartman, like Lionel Hart's, just straight up. I do miss the old school Hanna-Barbera ending there of just the weird fucking noises and the sound effects. Fuck me, Mark Hamill was in there.
Oh, man.
Let's have a look here. Jeff Bennett is Johnny Bravo and about 700 other characters. Brenda Vaccaro, Mae Whitman, Andy Dick, John DiMaggio, Mark Hamill, Cynthia Mann, Maureen McCormick, Sam McMurray, Charles Sean Nazy, Rick Springfield, Michael Stanton, Billy Vera, Billy West, and Colette Whitaker. Andy was Rick Springfield. So, Keith Dole was Sam McMurray, not Phil Hartman, but it did sound like Hartman. But yeah, fuck me, that's a voice cast.
Yeah, this was a pre-Futurama cast having Billy West and John DiMaggio in one room.
And Mark fucking Hamill, pre-Joker.
Yeah.
Didn't realise he started his VA career so early. But yeah, that was 3 episodes of Johnny Bravo, pretty much picked because of one of those 3 episodes. What did you think?
It was fine, yeah. Again, they're pretty much one and done in terms of you got the comedy stuff, and I don't think Johnny did a lot of flirting outside of the first episode, so it's not the Johnny that I'm used to, except he also is an idiot in all three of them, which is the Johnny that I'm used to.
Well, he did the flirting in the first episode, which wasn't really... Like, 2 episodes, the main theme of the episode was he was trying to get the girl.
Yeah, and in the first episode, like, most of the time he was getting flirted with by the girl who wanted to get back at her boyfriend.
Yeah. It's one of those where, again, I'll say it again for those in the back, that Johnny Bravo is a bit aggressive with his flirting style. There's no denying that. But ultimately, no means no. So I don't think Johnny Bravo is as problematic a character as a lot of people want to paint him as for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I even said it during the Shark episode, where Johnny Bravo's biggest defense for not wanting to do something is him just saying no, and that should be okay.
2 words for you. No.
But yeah, the like with the episode with the toys at the end there, it was basically like, well, you're a loser, and they fucked off. And what did he do? He was just like, I guess I've got 3 toys now.
Yeah, 3 toys for $1, and they could all talk.
Yeah, except one of them did kill him, so...
Yeah, or at least put him unconscious.
I think the implication was the end of his life, but there's also more than 8 episodes of Johnny Bravo, so...
But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it was good. Like, I chose this episode for a reason, and I'm glad it wasn't shit.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
Yeah. Good old Hanna-Barbera. But yeah, let's do our usual wind down, I suppose. Rick, do you have a favourite standout moment?
Well, I brought it up earlier, and it was from the first part of the episode. I got 2 words for you. No. Like, it's just the weird non sequitur that you get used to as a kid of not all adults are perfect, and Johnny Bravo is actually a really good introduction to that.
Yeah.
Because, like, seeing children grow up to be man-children is something you need to be prepared for in life. And, that was just encapsulating, even when he's not being horny, he's still a fool. But yeah, how about you? Did you have a favourite moment?
Yeah, my favourite moment was the closing moment of the not Rubik's Cube shooting Johnny Bravo with a dart and going, "You have 6 seconds left to live. Use them wisely." And yeah, it was a swimwear lingerie magazine, but you know that it's meant to be porn, and that's all. 6 seconds left to live, and Johnny Bravo's instinct is, oh yeah, titties.
that he's got to hand at all times, so he's always got the centerfold ready to go.
I mean, you know, if it's your passion in life, it's your passion in life. But we can't only talk about the good, we also have to talk about the bad. Rick, do you have a weakest link?
Now, here's the thing, it didn't really show up in this episode with the standard of Johnny being very aggressive, and it's kind of not a problem in this episode. So what I will say is that nothing comes of the shark literally murdering people.
Yeah, because it's a fucking shark. That's what sharks do.
Yeah, while also dressed as Richard Nixon.
Yeah, but Richard Nixon had already been indicted by this time, so people knew he was a dickhead.
Yeah. And yet people at the beach trusted him.
But it's still an ex-president, and it's not like he went to jail.
Nah. He got in a helicopter, quit being president, and flew away. But yeah, what about you? What was your weakest link?
I guess my weakest link would be, okay, it was pretty advanced for the time. 1990, I think 7 was Johnny Bravo season 1. But the effect they had with the real life wave and Johnny Bravo in front, it looked okay when there wasn't any motion, but there was a lot of times where Johnny Bravo's flailing his arms about. It was hard to pay attention because the green screen was clipping in such a way that the animation just sort of freaked out a bit. It was quite distracting. And I don't want to knock it because, again, it's an effect from fucking 30 odd years ago.
True.
You know, but it did not look good. Which is weird because it looked, again, it did look fine in parts, but they were a bit ambitious, I think.
Yeah, like older things have done things like that better, but then again, this was for an episode of a cartoon that was just meant to be like a 10-second skit. The budget was probably less than nothing.
It wouldn't have been high, I don't think, but yeah, like, I don't think they applied the advanced effects of, say, bed knobs and broomsticks onto this episode of TV, nor should they have, because that would be expensive. But, you know, I think they should have countered it a bit by having just Johnny Bravo not flail quite so much, and then it probably would have been fine. But whatever, again, we're criticising a show that's 30 odd years old, which, you know, it's not a real criticism, but you got to pick something, and that's what it is. But yes, we always like to end on a high note. Rick, I think I know the answer, but who is your MVP?
It's gotta be Johnny, ain't it? Like, he drove all the episodes. Even when he was along for the ride, he was still the focus. So, yeah, there's not really any question. It's gotta be Johnny. How about you? Who's your MVP?
I 100% agree with you. It had to be Johnny Bravo. He was consistent amongst all 3 episodes. Hell, the middle episode couldn't have happened if it wasn't Johnny Bravo and his particular brand of idiocy.
Yeah, and getting pardoned by Mark Hamill because he totally sympathises.
Did not sound like Mark Hamill at all, did it?
No, it didn't, which just is a testament to Mark Hamill's talent as in voice acting, even back then.
But yeah, that does it for us today, guys. Thanks for joining us as always. Sorry it was a pre-record, but that's the nature of things. Join us again next week where we will be recording with our actual weeks, hopefully. Knock on wood, as it were. As always, we've got the comment section down below on YouTube if you want to talk to us. Alternatively, interactively if you've got questions or something interesting to say, or maybe to try and attempt to get something read out on the show. Who knows? We do have an email address as well. What is said email address, Rick?
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com. Once again, that is nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Yes. Well, yeah, if we were recording live, we'd do the monkey or something, but we can't, so just assume we're dancing enthusiastically. Bye, guys!
See ya!